In a world where power is currency and sorcery is measured in whim and will as much as technique, strength isn't a card flip, it's an archetype. Gojo, Sukuna, Yuta, and Itadori exemplify different expressions of power: mastery through refinement, raw adaptability, ancestral potential, and human resolve. To understand why Dabura sits at the modern pinnacle of strongest, we have to examine not just the feats, but the nature of their growth, their limits, and how they embody or break the rules that define strength in Jujutsu Kaisen. And boy, I thought Yuji was gonna be the strongest in JJK Modulo. This man might still our king shine. Gege, please don't let this happen. But before Deborah can be framed as a real contender for this title, we must understand the conceptual pillars of the current hierarchy. First, let's look at Satoru Gojo, absolute mastery of potential. His power isn't simply scale, it's singularity. He distorts reality via limitless, warps space with infinity, and overwhelms the domain mastery. His strength is about control so complete it becomes omnipresent. He doesn't break the rules, he reframes them. Gojo stands for absolute optimization, perfect control, perfect defense, and the perfect offense. Literally the broken character in a video game that nobody can use. Ramen Sukuna is the other half of the strength paradigm. He doesn't refine power, he asserts dominion over it. His strength is mythic, visceral, and reflexive. Sukuna doesn't master power as much as he embodies innate supremacy. When we talk about power and Jujutsu sorcery, he's at the top because it's simply just a game to him. He wants to refine it. He wants to be the best and show why he's the best without any apology. That's just him, and that's just the way he's built. Love is weak, strength is the only thing that matters in this world. While Yuta is potential actualized. He is the curveball in the strength conversation, not born with cosmic inheritance, but shaped by trauma into exponential growth. He doesn't begin powerful, he becomes powerful because his bond with Rika creates a feedback loop of affinity, adaptation, and evolution. He symbolizes power born from connection, strength as emergence and not inheritance. And lastly, Yuji Itadori. He is the moral anchor of raw power. He has potential, massive, terrifying, but his greatest strength is his humanity applied to curse energy. He doesn't want power for domination, he wants power to protect, and that's the core essence of his chaos. He stands for strength chosen, not earned. And in a world where curses feed on destruction, that choice reframes power's purpose. So now you're probably wondering, where does Deborah fit in this conversation of the strongest? Deborah doesn't just mimic strength, he integrates the underlying logic of each titan. He is literally the quickest learner in anime history, literally defying all logic. But I don't know if I would call him a genius. I just think he's built differently. I personally think he's in the best conditions to be the greatest. If I had to compare him to somebody, it would be like the Otsuskis from Naruto. They're so strong and they have so much at their disposal, but the mere fact that they don't have ninja experience or anything that comes along with being a ninja sets them back while going against people like Naruto and Sasuke who have godlike powers. And let's talk about one thing. His domain fluidity is similar to Gojo. His perception of time and space are a different planet. Not through rigid dominance though, and he just reacts to everything around him much better than everybody. He's just contextually superior, and Gege wrote him to be that way. And he is very much like Sukuna. His strength isn't inhibited by moral hesitation, but where Sukuna revels in chaos, Deborah understands chaos as a resource, not a statement. They balance instinct with intent, which makes them unpredictable, but he's not nihilistic in this fashion. And he's very much similar to Yuta, where his growth is resonant but not isolated. Their strength isn't static, it evolves in a response to conflict. In JJK Modulo, the Boros system grows faster with stronger opponents, unlike typical curse upgrades. This makes them anti-regression, an entity that thrives proportionally on adversity. Just look at the fight between him and Maharaga. He learned how to use RCT, Dark CE, simply by just imagining it. Like, imagine that. His brain moves so much faster on a cursed energy wave than almost anybody in this series. And now he has his own domain expansion called the Realm of Yin Yang. This dude learned all of this within 5 minutes of fighting Maharaga. This is something that most sorcerers take a lifetime to achieve. He just might be JJK's first Super Saiyan. I mean, what the actual hell? And he has purpose-driven power similar to Itadori. And their strength is not rooted in emotion, but in clarity of intention. A kind of calculated moral commitment that avoids both apathy and instability, which makes them efficient, not wasteful. Power with purposeful persistence. The brewer takes all of this, and this combination isn't merely just who's stronger. It transcends the typical power hierarchy, and rather than asking who hits harder, who sustains identity in the face of escalation. And that's why Deborah is the prime challenger for the strongest in this narrative ecosystem. Jujutsu Kaisen isn't just a battle manga. It's a meditation on how identity and power interact with trauma, choice, and consequence. None of the top tier figures are strong because they wanted to be. They're strong because everything in life pointed them to their direct purpose to conquer what's in front of them. The strength belonged to the one who massively controls power or the one who reinvents what strength means. If strength is identity and identity can evolve infinitely, then Deborah is not just a challenger, he is the next paradigm of what it means to be the strongest.